Okay. Right, we're finally live and we've got 48 on the thing. I was in jail for 28, but
51 people now.
yeah, 51 people now. So we've actually got people watching for a change. This is great. We can actually do a live broadcast and whatnot. We've got the lovely Rebecca who's conducting the live stream here, and I'm just recording on my phone at the moment. And look, it's Billy. I can film him. I can talk to him and stuff. All right. Hey, babe. He's about to get his live going.
60 people waiting.
They're blocking you.
Yeah, look,
Are you joking?
I've got my data on and I've got heaps of data. Go live. Go live.
Oh, yeah, I've got that as well.
Why?
I don't know.
I'll go off my Insta.
Also, you need to be close for the audio.
Okay. Oh well, come close. Let's go over here, right? Just out of court. Are you able to handle that? Thank you.
Where are you?
Maybe come close.
I was kind of thinking about over here with the broken justice system in the background.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I'll
We
just
got
have
60 people on Vinny's.
Okay.
okay, just on my Insta, so I'll get a new audience.
Okay. Well, do you want to come that way, Vin?
Yeah.
So now,
Yeah, I'll step down here. That way we're
Yeah.
Now we can see eye to eye.
so it hasn't finished for us, but the everyone kia ora everyone, and we've just come out of court. The judge has asked to reserve his decision. There's some more legal submissions to be made, but both lawyers have got a little bit of work to do. On the 19th of September, there'll be final submissions, and then after that, there will be a decision made about whether we'll be convicted and what our sentencing will be. You come a bit closer, honey. I'll start that again, that we've come out of court just now, and I just got to say that Vinny spoke so well today. It was awesome, and did so very well, very cool, very calm, and some really good points that he put in there. And what's happened is the judge has reserved his decision, so it's not just guilty and here's your verdict and here's your sentence. He's taking time. There's more submissions being made. On the 19th of September, our lawyers will appear, and then after that there will be a date from where a verdict and a sentence is going to be offered and reached. Tēnā koe whai. And so we are allowed to talk. That's the positive thing now. We've got a new bail bond. We've got approval. So we're going to get some lunch together.
Yeah.
So that's the first point of justice, that I can counsel this guy again and be his big brother, and he can be my little big brother, and
I can help you out with your live stream mishaps which have been happening. You know, I've seen it happen, bro. I've seen it happen.
how many times have I said, "Oh man," my mate, the guru, Vinny Eastwood, one Vincent Eastwood, to help me. But you know, I think certainly I really put it on the police prosecutor today. I really debated my point. What are your thoughts, Karina?
So I'm just curious how you found communicating, because he seemed to want to look and dig for something that wasn't there, and he was trying to kind of almost rattle you, and you did I got a sense of emotion from you at one point. How were you feeling when he was speaking to you?
Oh, to me, he's not anything for me to be worried about or to anything like that. So he's a nothing to me, to be very honest. I got upset there when I was talking about the little girl that committed suicide on day one of the lockdown, and you know, you see, what people don't realise is this folder here. I mean, you look at how many tests, all those are hundreds and hundreds of testimonies, just packed jammed, hundreds of them, from people that I've had engagement with for the last 26 months that have been, you know, just absolutely destroyed by the COVID-19 Response Act. And it's just not right. Whichever way you think of it, it's not right. It's that, believe it or not, that was the police prosecution's team waving at me. I had a really big chat with one of them, and I can tell you that police don't like this. They don't like us been in this position. They don't like it. They really don't like it. They said it's horrible for them. They support our right to protest, and it's just horrible. And this is what it's doing, And to me, no law is good law if it doesn't have justice in it. And there's no justice in this. There's no justice in any of the things that they've done over the last year to me and Vinny. But I've been more worried about Vinny in the last year.
Yeah, I've been more worried about me too. I don't know, because this morning I was thinking about Penny Bright, famed activist Penny Bright. She's been activist for 40 years, and she told me once, and well, she told me many times really, that if you don't know your rights, you don't have any, and if you don't stick up for the rights you do have, you lose them. So, that's something that actually nearly brought me to tears this morning when I was in the kitchen by myself, because Penny's not here anymore. And now I've got the opportunity to do what she did, which was to stand up for people's rights.
Yeah.
How frustrating was it for you when you heard the prosecutor continue to say gathering rather than actually saying that it was a protest, and he was trying to change up the word because obviously gathering and protest, two different words.
Yeah, it's it. Yeah,
and he was just I could see it was frustrating. It was frustrating for us listening to it. What were you thinking when he was talking about it?
Well, when you tie your tie just a little bit too tight and it sort of like chokes you out in an auto asphyxiation, sexual connotation type thing. It was nothing like that. Now,
Oh no. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, my Christian influence will be rubbing off on him again very...
But not rubbing off in that way. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I've got the opportunity to say whatever I want now, and I'm taking advantage of the situation. Don't worry, I won't take advantage of you. But anyway, I'm sorry.
I guess the big thing out of this is that, as I said in my witness stand today, like I iterated yesterday and again today, is if the New Zealand Bill of Rights are not upheld here, we've got nothing. We've got absolutely nothing. He Waka Putanga is still a way off from having its authority. And it's got the authority now, but the implementation capacity of it is some little way off now. But if we don't have the New Zealand Bill of Rights, and I think I made that point really, really clear to the judge and in my statement, and I could see, I felt that the judge acknowledged all that when I was saying it, and there were, and I think I got over some pretty deep points. And how can you not be emotional after this fight that I was totally unprepared to begin this 27 months ago? Who knew that this was going to happen? I didn't. And on top of it, I've still got the government trying to do me with electoral charges. And so this first step in our case, just being able to talk together, is a huge blessing, because we've got some work to do, mate.
Oh yeah.
We have, and we've got to bring back a sense of decency and peace back to the freedom movement. It's not there anymore. It's, as you and I have spoken about it, Karina. But I think every New Zealander needs to watch this, because this is the first one up. This is going to set a precedent, and boy, I'd be watching it closely. And I think, I think the greater we talk about the politics and what the policeman who's become believe it or not, one of the policemen there in the opposite team. Him and I get on real well. We were talking about things this morning, and he's horrified, and he was saying, well, whichever way we look at this, someone's going to be unhappy with the verdict. But the deeper principle is that it's not whether people like a verdict either way. It's the fact is that the deepest principle is the New Zealand Bill of Rights Act 1990. Does it have meaning? Is it meaningful? Does it have the authority that it says? If not, they need to rip it up and tell the entire country that, sorry, it's been a cruel joke for the last, 32 years since it was taken from a bill into an act. and we're going to rip it up because it doesn't mean anything. If they did that, that would at least be honest and say to all New Zealanders, your rights and freedoms of movement, of peaceful assembly, of freedom of speech are gone. If they did that, at least we know it's honest, it's up front, and then we can all leave New Zealand. You know, all those that want to be free, because like I always maintain, the people that think they're in the winning circle on the left now, this is not a left and right issue, because, you know, change the government, and if it's a conservative right-leaning government, what is it going to make of them? It's going to make them the enemy, you know, ideologically wise. So this is a really important, and people have got to wake up. It's not left or right, it's not race, this is really basic.
I mean, personally, after watching the video footage over and over and over and over again, doing the editing before even coming to court, and then having to watch the footage over and over and over again, I just kind of become a bit desensitized to it after a while. It becomes kind of like a droning spell, and that's what it felt like in the courtroom for a large period of time. It felt like, I don't know, very slow carpet rolling a wrinkle all the way from one side of the room to another, just dull. We already knew what happened. We already know what's going to happen to a certain degree. But, you know, I'm still concerned that they may convict us. I'm still concerned about that, because if they do convict us, we're going to appeal, so we'll be back in court again. And if they don't convict us, I'm led to believe by my lawyer that the police will appeal and try to prosecute us again. So after 19th of September, when the submissions are done and verdict is reached and sentencing and so on and so forth, this fight's not over. However, it will be quite easy to see for anybody who really cares to take notice that this case that is being tried and has been tried right here will prove whether or not New Zealanders have any rights left. All right? If we're convicted, you don't have any rights. You are definitely under a tyrannical government. There is no ifs, buts, maybes. If we get acquitted, you know, that'd be great, you know? And it's kind of like the thing from They Live. I have come here to chew bubble gum and get acquitted on all charges. And I'm all out of bubble gum.
Yeah.
And on that note,
and on that note, I haven't been eating much, and when I did eat, I've only been having cheese pizza. Not endorsing pizza, unless they pay us lots of money. Just kidding.
Sponsorship deal, come on, go ahead.
Yeah. But I'm going to go have some lunch with this big lug. Just want to thank all our supporters for your love and your care.
Oh yes, for all of you, thank you. Love you.
Particularly want to thank my beautiful wife and children that have been through the mill over the last few days as well with me. But the outpouring of love, I mean, seriously, I'm deep. I couldn't be any more deeply humbled by it. It's meant the world to me. It's kept me strong as well as my faith in the Lord. But to know that you're with me, helping us with the bills has been so helpful, because we didn't know we were going to be staying three nights in a hotel. So just love everybody. Thank you so much, and God bless. I'll do a livey tonight, but first I've got to eat because I'm going to fall over. So it's good to be with my brother again.
Yeah. We are hungry for freedom, and we will see you again sometime, ladies and gentlemen, at VinnyEastwood.com.